I'm always excited when Netflix drop a new original anime series, and at the moment they're buying up all sorts of IPs that have been out originally, but there's been a little time since we've had a whole spat of new original anime series. As we go into May, we're going to be having quite a few, and this is the first of many that's to come. T.p.bon, I'm here to talk about this anime series and whether it's worth watching. Let's jump in. An ordinary high school student named Bon becomes part of a team of time-traveling agents tasked with saving people's lives during historical events that happen across different eras and locations around the globe. So this was a mixed bag for me, mostly because the main arc, the story arc, is non-existent pretty much. In fact, when you hit that 12th episode, that's the arc that I wanted them to do the story about. That's kind of the point I wanted them to start. But that's not to say I didn't enjoy the series. It's definitely one of those complete your mission in each episode, as we get our ordinary young man joining, I guess, timekeepers, like a mixture between time cop. And if you've come from a Christian family, you know that animated series where the Bible people jump into different times. That's just what popped into my mind when watching this.
Order your Stories from the Bible tapes today.
You've seen the story done before,
Just $29.95
in various versions of Hollywood-isms.
each, or $199.95 for the full set of 7.
We have the cuteness of it that feels very young in demographic, yet we still have enough gore and blood that making it feeling a little bit older in demographic. So a bit of an oxymoron there for what is expected, because it is very young at heart. This a day in the life of completing a mission, trying to save people in different eras and times. That is fun to watch, to seeing what it is like for them to interact with people throughout history and obeying all the time rules and regulations. Now, Bon is a trainee agent, and to become a full-fledged agent, he has to complete a bunch of hurdles and learn a bunch of things, and learn like the Matrix teaches you, and use that knowledge to help people throughout history. Much like the butterfly effect, there are certain rules that are things that you're not allowed to interact. And him learning that is, I think, more of an interesting part for me, rather than the missions they go on and the different times that they go on, because we only get to know these characters that they meet for a little bit. There is a sort of widening arc where other people are messing with time and they'll interact with characters like that sometimes. But the major arc story, the part that I found interesting, was in episode 12. Literally right at the last couple of minutes, I was like, yeah, that would be an interesting story as to the why. But it is a fun one-time watch that I think if you're a fan of the original work, you'll enjoy seeing this as an anime adaptation from a manga. And the animation itself is different. It took me a couple of episodes to kind of sink my teeth into the style. Reminded me of like original, really old Studio Ghibli, even the original Dragon Ball Z, really early anime style, that sort of line drawing, how the characters look. Once they use that with the techniques that they have today, I thought it worked quite well and made me feel like I could watch this with my whole family of all ages. But then there was still some of that gore. So I wasn't really in a mixed bag with this, because I thought the voice acting I watched in both English and dub was great. I thought the pacing and completing the episode of the week, or the mission of that episode with each, worked quite well for the pacing of it. And then I thought the story arc that was in individually for our character Bon to be learning how to become more than he is and protect people out of time or in different times, I think that worked. But I can't say that I really was riveted or emotionally engaged with these characters or cared that much about them. Just felt like it was, it's fine. And I hate feeling that about anime, because there's been a lot of original Netflix anime that have been either bought from them or commissioned by other studios by them to give us some original great work. Obviously still not original because they adapted, but I was really felt like a mixed bag for this. I'm going to give this 2.75 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one.
If you're looking for a new anime and you have nothing else to watch, then this will be great. If you like the original content and you're a big fan of it, then I imagine you'll enjoy it for, just seeing your characters on screen. But I'm not going to be in a huge rush to wait for that second season. I was like, meh. It is what it is. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Did you really enjoy this? Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.